Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the scariest of them all? Looks like I just got 7 years bad luck. Speaking of bad luck, it's time for another scary tale. Tonight's terror tale is about a girl who wears something around her neck, but she refuses to take it off. And I call this one the ribbon.
Bill whistled as he strolled through the park. He was on his way to meet his girlfriend Sally. He could smell spring in the air. He jingled the engagement ring in his pocket and thought about asking Sally to marry him. Sally sat down on a park bench and Bill knelt down in front of her.
"Sally,"
Bill said,
"you're the most beautiful girl I've ever met. I love you and I want you to be my wife. Will you marry me?"
Sally laughed and she said,
"Yes, I will marry you."
As Bill gazed lovingly at his bride-to-be, his eyes lingered on the red velvet ribbon Sally had always wore around her neck.
"Why do you always wear that red ribbon?"
Billy asked.
"Bill, I must never take off my red ribbon."
Bill smiled at Sally and left the ribbon alone. Bill and Sally were married that June. Bill found a lovely house in a nice neighborhood and they moved in. Bill bought Sally many party dresses, but Sally always wore that red ribbon with each outfit. Bill thought it was just odd. After a few years, Sally found out she was going to have a baby. This news delighted Bill. Sally talked with her friends who had babies. Bill talked to his buddies who had children. They talked together late into the night about what they had learned from everyone. When the big day came, Sally said,
"Please tell the doctor I must not take off my red ribbon."
Bill was frustrated, but he promised Sally that he would tell the doctor. And after the baby was born, Bill gave Sally flowers.
"Thank you for the flowers, Bill, and thank you for telling the doctor I must not take off my red ribbon."
Bill did not understand why the ribbon was so important.
"Do you want to hold, little Billy?"
Sally asked. Bill, Sally, and little Billy lived happily for many years in a small, lovely house in a nice neighborhood. When little Bill was a baby, he would sometimes reach for the red ribbon around his mother's neck. Sally would gently take his little hands in hers and coo at him, saying,
"Mommy must never take off her red ribbon."
The red ribbon frustrated Bill for a long time. He loved Sally with all of his heart, but did not understand the need to wear that red ribbon. After many years, Bill had an idea.
"Our anniversary is coming up. I'll buy Sally a beautiful necklace. She will take off that old red ribbon so she can wear this beautiful, beautiful necklace. Yes, yes."
Their anniversary came and Bill took Sally to a fancy restaurant overlooking Central Park. They had a delicious meal. Then Billy gave Sally a velvet box with a beautiful diamond necklace in it. She opened it and smiled, and tears came running down her eyes. Bill put the necklace around her neck and started to take off the red ribbon. Sally stopped him. She said,
"I must never take off my red ribbon."
Bill sat back in his seat with a huff. He looked at Sally and just shook his head.
"I may never understand,"
Bill said. Sally gently placed the diamond necklace back into the velvet box and closed the lid.
"It is lovely, Bill. I will treasure it always, but I must never take off my red ribbon,"
she said.
"But why?"
Bill asked as he had for so many years. Sally smiled and sadly she shook her head. She did not answer him. Late that night, Bill was still awake.
"I loved Sally for more than 20 years, but she insists on wearing that horrible red ribbon around her neck. I think it's about time I found out why."
Bill got out of bed and walked around to Sally's side. Bill carefully pinched the ends of the bow. He began to slowly pull on the ribbon. The bow became smaller and smaller. The loops of the bow pulled through and only half of the knot was left. Bill slid his finger under the half knot and tugged. The red ribbon gave away. Sally's head popped off. It rolled right out the door, bouncing into the moonlight. One large tear fell from Sally's eye.
"I warned you,"
she said.
No, Oh, it's just a flesh wound. Don't lose your head. I guess Billy Boy should have minded his own business and listened to Sally when she said to leave it alone, eh, kiddos? This story reminds me of something that happened the other day. I saw a vampire sprint race. It finished neck and neck. Well, that's all the time we have for this one. Scream me next week for some more spooky fun. Until next time, remember, kiddos, stay creepy.